Buenos dias, welcome into Morning Footy 48 Nations. I'm Claudia Pagana alongside Lisa Carlin, Charlie Davies, and JD Dyer. How are we feeling, guys? We're finally a week into the World Cup.
Only a week?
Only a week.
I feel like I've seen so much football.
I know, it feels like a lifetime.
Oh my
We've
gosh,
been watching
only a
this
week?
World Cup and going through it.
I mean, we're thinking about like Mexico, South Korea, who played today, U.S. men's national team who play again tomorrow, but I feel like the first games that we saw for these teams were forever gone.
I know.
I feel like I'm forgetting what's happened in all
This
these
morning
games.
we were talking about Canada, Bosnia, and I was like, when was that game? That feels like 50 games ago.
Yeah, it
and
does.
it kind of was. We start the second
Normally, you don't
round.
have to wait this long for your team to play again.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 48 nations, Charlie.
I've been sitting here going, come on, U.S. I'm ready for another one.
Well, they get ready tomorrow. Big one against Australia, who shockingly beat Turkey last week. But listen, let's go around the grounds to see everything that we will be talking about in this Thursday edition of Morning Footy, which kicked things off. Harry Kane, he did hear us talking about the fact that there are lots of top goal scorers in this summer's World Cup, so he made sure to include himself in the conversation by bagging a brace yesterday. Another star, though, struggled yesterday in yet another match. Cristiano Ronaldo has now gone 10 consecutive games at major tournaments without scoring a goal for Portugal. And we'll look ahead to the U.S. men's national team's second group stage match this Friday against Australia and see who could step up if Christian Pulisic is absent. And Brazil is also back in action tomorrow as well, taking on Haiti. And there is good news for them as Neymar is back in training. Let's kick things off, though, with England's big win yesterday, because you guys have heard of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, how about Texas Cane Score Massacre? It was truly a horror movie display yesterday if you weren't rooting for England, and especially in the second half where England took total control of the game. And Harry Kane credited England's head coach Thomas Tuchel for inspiring the team at halftime.
Yeah, he gave a great speech, to be honest, especially the way we conceded that second goal just before the half. He just told us to let the shackles off, calm down, what are we scared of? Let's just go. The way we conceded that second goal is not the team we want to be, dropping deep, waiting, and then conceding anyway. So he kind of just said, what's the worst that can happen? We lose a match, first group game, we get on with it, we move on. Let's just go and show kind of the world who we can be.
JD, in a couple different interviews that Harry Kane did, he gave a lot of credit to what Thomas Tuchel said during halftime to really inspire them to take control of the second half. Do you think Tuchel's philosophy much better suits this England team as opposed to the one that Gareth Southgate had?
Okay, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna disrespect Gareth Southgate first of all, right? Because it's Sir Gareth Southgate, right? And he really established, I would say, a cultural change in England in going to major tournaments and also being finalists. But I'm now living in America, and what I've realized about America is it's about winning. And so I recognize that part. I would say very much the UK culture is about, hey, what was our values like, and where did we go, and how far did we go, and how did the boys represent us? No, this is about winning. So what I would say is Thomas Tuchel has put a winning mentality into this team to make them recognize as to who they are. And what I liked in the second half was they immediately understood the assignment. The adjustments were made, and there was a high level of intensity, a high level of confidence, and more importantly, a high level of fluidity in the final third. I think England really showcased that, yeah, they have the quality, but they also have a manager on the sideline, first of all, who believes in their quality, who doesn't want to hold them back, doesn't want to turn around and talk about the opposition, wants to implement confidence into who they are as individuals and what they can go and do. There are still a lot of things to work on. I don't want to get too high or too low because, as Kobe would say, the job's not done yet. But at this stage, there are more building blocks that make me smile than disappointment, as I felt in other tournaments after a kickstart.
I'm surprised you said England is not about winning.
I know that surprises me.
Last I checked, anytime an American steps on British soil, you would have thought they've won 10 World Cups. But ultimately, I hear what you're saying and what Thomas Tuchel has done for this English side, which has given them the confidence to go on and win. It always felt like, even with Gareth Southgate, that it was just a matter of time before they self-destructed. Whether they lost the game from a defensive standpoint or they just didn't do enough, and then that was inevitably going to happen. It feels like with Thomas Tuchel here, a proven manager who has won the Champions League, they feel, hey, if we can have his trust, which for him he's saying, guys, I set you up, now just be free, go play. If we lose, I don't care. I think for a lot of players they said, oh well, if we're going to lose, then let's lose in this fashion.
Let's lose our way.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's lose our way.
And the second half, they were flying. I think there's no coincidence that when Bukayo Saka came in, Morgan Rogers came in, you're bringing in more dynamic wingers, Marcus Rashford. Next thing you know, there's a new energy, there's a new boost to that attacking third because Anthony Gordon, for what he gives you, Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka, even Noni Madueke, he's a backup to Saka. Anthony Gordon is not at the level of Marcus Rashford and Saka. So whether that means, hey, we're going to get these guys warmed up, because come knockout round, you need those players on the pitch.
That's a bit harsh. You don't think Anthony Gordon
It's
is on
harsh,
the...
but
You don't think
it's a
Anthony Gordon
reality.
deserves to start for England?
No, not over those players.
Not after that performance that we saw. Anthony Gordon wasn't as impactful as the game, especially when Marcus Rashford came on. It was a difference. It was an absolute difference maker, and you could see it physically in how they played, their intensity that they had, his movements going forward. Marcus Rashford changed the game for England, as well as a number of other factors coming into the second half specifically. But to me, Marcus Rashford does deserve to start in their second
Anthony
half.
Gordon, you bring him on, pace, yeah, okay, stretch the field, pace. 0 dribbles in this game from Anthony Gordon. He wasn't effective.
I would say that it's very difficult to judge the two wingers because they came in at different times of the game. And I will allude to you now, right, as a forward who played at the highest level. So if you're playing against a team, for example, and we're going back and forth and the team's in a low block, it's a little bit more difficult for a player like Anthony Gordon to turn around and be effective. What I was seeing him do was pick up spaces and pick up players where Harry Kane was, for example, dropping in and being this fluid number 9, where he didn't actually have a position. He looked more like a Messi than I've ever seen him in an England shirt. He didn't have a definitive, hey, I'm a number 9 here. And he was dropping in, hence why he was sometimes blocking on the end of his own box. And Anthony Gordon was having to be the focal point in terms of to lead the line, to stretch them, to still give the Croatians something to think about in the back end. When Marcus Rashford came into the game, at that point already, England were up. So there's way more space for Marcus Rashford to be effective. So we can talk about, he had more space and he was able to be more dynamic in that 20 minutes. But if the roles are reversed, it could have been exactly the same for the opposite if Anthony Gordon had the last 20 minutes and Marcus Rashford had led the line because of the management of the game. If you know what I'm trying to say to you.
I hear what you're trying to say, but Marcus Rashford has played as a 9. So he would feel just as comfortable playing in that position if Harry Kane dropped in. So for that excuse for Anthony Gordon not playing to his strengths because he has to do X, Y, Z, this isn't new for Harry Kane. He's been doing this for Bayern Munich. He's been dropping deep, tackling people in his own box, spraying the ball. So when you're talking about,
I think it's the timing of the game, management of the game. Because Croatia were way more open in the second half because they had to chase the game, hence why Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka had more space.
But the game started that way, but as soon as that penalty went in and Harry Kane scored, the game was kind of flipped upside down from Croatia's standpoint. So it was there.
That's fair.
it was there. You have a game plan, right? You have a game plan. All of a sudden, something happens that you didn't foresee, and then you say,
throw that game plan out the window.
And that's what happened with Croatia. When Croatia said, hey, we're going
to play.
And then they had to take off Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
And the way Croatia came out of that first hydration break also changed the game and the way that England had to play. Croatia said, okay, we're going to change the tempo of this game, slow it down, make it a lot harder for England to possess and continue to build out. And we're going to press them even harder and bring a little bit more intensity, putting the pressure on England now. And that's how they got their goals, like bam, bam.
Yeah, you're talking about the game plan, and especially for England, how much of it is it going to rely moving forward on Harry Kane and his success? I mean, how can England's success equate to them needing Harry Kane to be on it every single game?
I think there is a question mark over Harry Kane in terms of his reliance. I've heard, obviously, Didi Hamann has come out today and spoke about how he wants to see Harry Kane score against some of these big teams. I think the producer, Marcus, who does all of the great research for us, already showed me a stat that shows that Harry Kane already scores in the latter half of a competition as much as he scores in the group stage. So I think that defunks all of the conversation around whether or not he can turn up in the big moments. I'm just kind of sick and tired of the narrative around Harry. Like, Harry's already proven what he needs to prove, that it's one of the greatest strikers of a generation. So is there an over-reliance on him? Yeah, but is there an over-reliance on Messi for Argentina? Yes. Is there an over-reliance for Kylian Mbappe for France? Yes. Is there an over-reliance for Lamine Yamal for Spain? Yes. So what are we talking about here? That's what world-class players are supposed to do. but he isn't the only world-class player in our team. And I see, now you got me speaking out of turn because I'm saying our. And I will speak about our nation like that. Because Jude Bellingham is world-class. Bukayo Saka in his day is world-class. Marcus Rashford shows glimpses of being world-class when he's ready to in the big moments. Declan Rice has already proven that he can be world-class in anything. So I'm a bit confused as to why you turn around and only focus on Harry Kane as if England's success is only predicated on Harry Kane. I wouldn't even say Harry Kane was England's best player yesterday. I would say Jude Bellingham was England's best player and actually changed the dynamic of that game in what he did both on the ball and off the ball. So we can focus on Harry and his goals, but that's not the only thing that's going to be a success for this team.
To answer your question, though, yes. They need Harry Kane to be successful to win the competition. If you're talking about England winning the World Cup, Harry Kane has to be successful. And that doesn't mean
what does
he has
success
to
look like?
right. He doesn't have to score for him to be successful. If he's dropping deep and opening up the game and pulling players out of position, center backs all reshuffled and moving out of space, and next thing you know, he's able to play these killer balls. He had 6 passes into the final third as a striker, as the number 9 for England. Sensational. So if you can open up the game and create chances for Bukayo Saka or Morgan Rogers or Marcus Rashford and England wins, then that's just as good. By the way, he's dropping back into his own box and using his body to block shots. What more could you want from Harry Kane?
Harry Kane did all of that and more yesterday because he did all of the defensive work. He dropped so deep. He almost played as a 6 at times to switch it. And then he scores 2 goals as well. So he's such a complete player that I don't even think he has to be the leading goal contributor for this England squad to make it all the way to the final.
No, but he has to be successful, and he has to has to make a positive impact. Same thing you talked about Messi or an Mbappe. Argentina can't win this World Cup if Messi's not good.
Facts.
If Messi's not successful. France won't win this World Cup if Mbappe is not successful. Same thing for England. If Harry Kane's not successful, England will not win the World Cup. So you need your big players to be successful, to have positive performances. That doesn't mean you have to score a hat trick every game.
But Charlie, does any of that matter if they don't fix their defensive issues? Because that's one thing that you were highlighting immediately is the big issues. It's an Achilles heel, truly.
Yeah. I mean, unless you have Harry Kane going off and scoring, multiple goals every single game, and you just think, okay, we're going to outscore our opposition. But that doesn't work in the long run, and that doesn't work in a World Cup because once you get to the knockout rounds and all these fine details and small margins become even more magnified, that's going to be the difference. And the defense for the 3 Lions in that first half was tough. I want to hear JD's
I know
response on
JD's
this,
smirking a little bit.
There was moments where they sat back so far. I was like, wow, look at this. They have 11 players behind the ball. Their space between the lines is incredibly tight and compact. This is good. They look good. They're forcing Croatia to build and work around the ball, but then they gave too much space. And if you don't step to those midfielders and deny the service in, deny the long balls, deny the switches, that's where you're going to get hurt. And that's what happened, especially on the second goal for England.
Lisa is wholeheartedly correct because I think the space between the midfield and defence yesterday was arguably England's biggest question mark. What I was concerned about is Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson looked tired yesterday after about 45 minutes. And that's not really where you want to see your centre midfielders, especially losing gas. Declan Rice obviously came off with a lower back injury and they said a hamstring concern as well. Probably precautionary, but I think about the amount of football that's been on his legs this year. That's a lot of games he's had to play. Elliot Anderson is also dealing with the background noise of a move to Man City as well as what he's done going into latter competitions for Nottingham Forest and balancing that too. That is a massive concern in terms of just the engine room. But I'm not overall concerned about England's defence because I think Thomas Tuchel only made 1 error yesterday. And that was, I don't understand why he didn't start England's best defender. I think Mark Guehi is England's best defender. I think what he showcased in terms of from Palace, me personally, I would have taken John Stones off. But I understand why he started John Stones, because he likes the physicality. If you realise all of his players, even look at this graphic here, they're all 6 foot plus. Like every single one of these players, if we go into this camera here, they're 6 foot plus. Even Anthony Gordon, I know he looks small in this. He's 5'10", 5'11". Shout out to the short kings. But the rest of it, they'll turn around and say, these are all 6 foot plus players.
So that's why Phil Foden was pushed out?
No, Phil Foden was pushed out because of confidence. But Mark Guehi is a comfortable 5'11". That's me being generous. Doesn't matter in terms of his physicality and what he does in terms of as a player. If you're not the profile what Thomas Tuchel wants, then I can understand as to why you would give John Stones the nod. But that doesn't negate what I said. He is still England's best defender. So I think an adjustment in the back 4, maybe in personnel, should be considered. And that might solidify everything in terms of the question marks that Lisa, I think, so rightfully pointed out in terms of that gap between midfield and defence.
Yeah, well, England will be taking on Ghana in their next match, who got a last-minute winner to win against Panama 1-0 yesterday. So we're looking forward to that match. But we are going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy, 48 Nations, coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Well, we saw star-studded Portugal kick off their World Cup in Houston yesterday against DR Congo. And João Neves gave the Portuguese a dream start with a 6-minute goal. Cristiano Ronaldo and company struggled to find a second goal, though, opening the door for Yohan Wissa's equalizer for Congo just before halftime. And neither team could then find a winner in the second half, forcing them to settle for the 1-1 draw. Now take a look at these scenes out in Portugal. A sea of Portuguese fans. And then, what is that, maybe 10 DR Congo fans right in the middle.
This is so cool.
Show me that Congolese swag. I know there were some hips in there moving. I'm telling you, loud and proud.
Love this.
As they should be. Yeah, in a sea of Portuguese fans.
And Claudia, I
Stand out.
set
Be
you up
different.
and I said to you that it was only
So
a couple
cool.
hundred Portuguese fans. That looks like there's a good couple thousand there.
Oh my gosh.
They are proud.
Packed.
I'd be a little nervous just to cheer in front of that many fans of
It's
the
funny that
opposition.
they're all together, too.
Yeah.
There's not anyone else.
They coordinated
Just
in the
a
group
little
chat.
cluster.
Well, Group K is truly shaping out to be a very interesting one. Portugal's 1-1 draw to DR Congo has left them sitting in third place, and Colombia with the 3-1 win over debutantes Uzbekistan yesterday. That last Colombia goal was absolutely beautiful. But hey, we'll keep talking about that another time, because right now let's talk about this Portuguese side. Charlie, this was another match, just like that Spain Cabo Verde one, where lots of people thought that the European team in these sides, in these matchups, would be the one to put 3, 4, 5, 6 goals back. So here's Portugal coming up against DR Congo. Where did they go wrong? They felt like they couldn't click. I mean, they clicked right in that 6-minute goal, and then after that, we couldn't see them getting anything else done. Is there one particular person that you blame here for this?
Roberto Martinez is the first person I look at, because when you look at Portugal's midfield, that is arguably the best trio in world football. And when you have Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes trying to figure out how to break down a Congo side, which they should generate chances, for me, it was too predictable. That's what it comes down to, is Portugal were too reliant on trying to find Cristiano Ronaldo to be the goal scorer, instead of, hey, whoever's in the best position, we're just gonna create chances, finish. And it felt like they were all trying to play in a way that would cater to Cristiano Ronaldo. Whereas Argentina, sure, you think about Lionel Messi and how they played, but they would play through Messi, and Messi would create for his teammates. He'd create for himself. It wasn't, we're only gonna find Messi and he's gonna score and that's it. It felt like they would get to the final third and everyone paused and they'd look up and they'd try and find Cristiano Ronaldo. And Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't open. And by the way, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't move the way he used to. So you're almost fixated on trying to cross the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo where he's marked by 2 players. And it's almost like trying to fit a square peg into a round, you know, it just does not work.
Even Roberto Martinez said that post-game. He said, we did not find our striker enough. You don't have to find the striker in order to score and create a lot of chances. And I think that's what was very uncharacteristic of Portugal, is that we were used to them creating more. They didn't create at all when they got in their attacking end. And credit does go to DR Congo's defense and how structured they were, but you expect so much more from a Portuguese side that is filled with creative, attacking-minded players that can read spaces so well, can play off of each other because they have so much familiarity. But when you're all pigeonholed into one game plan of find Cristiano Ronaldo and you don't find him, that's when they got stuck, and they looked like they just hit a wall at times creatively in what Portugal wanted to do moving forward.
Now, JD, Ronaldo has been struggling for several games now to be able to find a goal in the back of the net for Portugal. It's now 10 consecutive games and major tournaments where he hasn't been able to score for them. And it's not just us as pundits that see the issues that Ronaldo is having. It's also the teams that are facing off against Portugal, even going as far as to say that they're not really preparing. They are preparing to face off against Ronaldo, but they know that he's not the same guy as he was before. Here's a look at what one of DR Congo's midfielders had to say. And Gabriel Mukau spoke about if the team prepared differently to face Ronaldo and said, to be honest, not really, because we knew that he's not the same as before. He's a bit older now, but he's still one of the greatest to ever play the game. So we have much respect for him. So all of this being said, do you think Roberto Martinez needs to bench Ronaldo for Portugal to be successful?
Your more honest opinion, after reading that quote, I'd actually start him again. You wanna know why? Because one thing I've realized about athletes that are the 1% of the 1%, like a Cristiano Ronaldo, like a LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, you don't need to give them any motivation. If I'm Ronaldo, I would have read that quote and understood that the whole world is sleeping on me right now. Like, I'm not the greatest goal scorer of a generation. Like,
You don't
I'm
think
not
they were
arguably the
sleeping on him
greatest
for the past 4 years, the last World Cup?
Like, I'm not the greatest goal scorer of a generation. Like, I haven't scored almost 1,000 career goals. Like, we can talk about all you want about, like, whether or not he's this player now or what he isn't. What you need is a manager that's going to understand how to play to his strengths. Like, he isn't the most dynamic. He isn't going to run your channels anymore. He isn't going to press with the same level of... To be honest, he was never really a presser full stop, if we're being honest. But at the same time...
He was a dribbler. He was a player that would stretch the back lines.
What we know now is I can trust him in between the sticks. When I say that, I'm talking about anything around the 18-yard box. I need to be able to find places where I can put him in positions to be successful. So, yeah, we can bring up as many stats as you want, the shortcomings and all the rest of it, but I'll tell you what Portugal look like they lack more than anything: pace. They don't look like they have anything that's going to threaten behind, which allows defenders to squeeze the game, which doesn't allow him to then be successful. You have to add a new dynamic, someone that's going to be able to go in behind, someone that's going to add some fear that makes...
Leao's the only option that you have for someone who can stretch the back line.
It's going to make me... When defenders are concerned about what's going behind them, and this is someone who played defence, right? When you're talking about I'm fearing about what's coming behind me, it makes me automatically take a half a step back, 2 yard step back, because I have to respect that there's somebody in behind that could beat me, and all of a sudden my game is gone out the window. Like, Cristiano is maybe not that player anymore, but he is still arguably the best finisher in this competition. Either he doesn't need many opportunities, half a yard to turn around and get a goal. I'm not worried about all of these previous stats, because you don't score 970 odd goals in your professional career unless you know how to find the back of the net. And so I don't think that skill set has been lost. I don't think anybody's sitting here questioning whether or not that skill set has been diminished. What needs to happen now is Roberto Martinez needs to be brave in making a selection that's going to position Cristiano to be successful. Your midfield trio, as you said, I think is the best in the competition. The three in the middle. So we need to now look at the wing positions and ask ourselves, what's Neto and whoever else is going to be on the opposite side going to do? Because Bernardo's not going to run in behind you. Let's just be honest about it. And if him and Bruno swap, Bruno's not going to run in behind you either, which isn't allowing him to be successful. So he's going to be your focal point. He's going to be your captain. He's going to be your goal scorer.
You have fullbacks like Nuno Mendes who can get in behind. You
need players that's going to be able to do that. Go in behind and create overload so that it makes defenders get stretched out of position. When defenders get stretched out of position, then Cristiano around the 18-yard box can work half a yard here and work half a yard there and get you as many goals in this competition as possible.
I'm with you, JD, on the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is a one-of-one, where he can create magic in a moment after he does nothing for 89 minutes. All he needs is one chance, and he could have changed the game. But that wasn't the case. Roberto Martinez didn't make any changes. Ronaldo played 90 minutes. I'm with you. I do think you start Cristiano Ronaldo in this second match because he's probably pissed off and he wants to score and he wants to contribute. But you're talking about all these other changes around Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you expect Roberto Martinez to even make any of those changes?
Yeah, he has to. And he also has a free hit, which Chuck D brought up in our production meeting beforehand, which is the fact that I know I'm not continuing this job after this. I can now have fun with these squad, because at the end of the day, for this next, however long this competition lasts, whether it's 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, how many games, I know to myself, I'm just going to put the best position to make sure my team is successful. He hasn't got to worry about the politics afterwards. He hasn't got to worry about any backlash afterwards. He hasn't got to worry about any media questions. Because at the end of the day, after this tournament, I'm done anyway. So if he's wise and he cares about his career and what he wants to do going forward, be brave. I wouldn't take Cristiano Ronaldo out, and I mean this wholeheartedly, because he is still the most clinical goal scorer that they have. But you can be brave in making the adjustments around him so that he can be in better positions to be successful, because he is still a person that showed for the ball 40-odd times yesterday, showed and told his team, hey, I'm available, I'm available, I'm available, and was only fed that less than 20% of the time. So we can ask the questions about whether or not it's Cristiano's fault and whether or not he's scoring the goals and all the rest of it. But is his team doing the best to make sure that he's successful?
You think it's better to make multiple changes around him than to just change him out?
You change him out, you lose that whole changing room.
Well, let me interject here. Is he's better than Gonzalo Ramos?
Facts.
Now, regardless, so you'd be changing him for a striker that's not as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, anyways. And if Gonzalo Ramos played, he'd still have the same, if not worse, of what Cristiano Ronaldo gave you yesterday. So the issue isn't necessarily the goal scorer or Cristiano Ronaldo. It's how the team played. And they were catering to try and play to Cristiano Ronaldo in a certain way. He needs chances. So Bruno Fernandes has to generate.
You can't take all the blame on Cristiano Ronaldo. There was a chance towards the end of the game. He should have let it go.
100%.
Bruno Fernandes was on the back post.
But
That's an easy tap in for him.
At the same time,
and Ronaldo at that point is like, I haven't scored. I haven't had touches. I need to score. I'm going to take this myself. That's a selfish moment.
The one right in front of the goal.
Yes.
Are you talking about the cutback?
Yeah, he was well in front of the goal.
That he needs to let that go.
Sure.
That's between the ears. That's
in hindsight, sure. But you're talking about one of the greatest goal scorers in the history of the game.
Facts.
He's in that reason. He's gotten to that position because of his selfishness. So you can't tell me all of a sudden, hey, take that selfishness off. Now, I get it. In moments, you got to make the right decision. The best decision, because of the angle that he was approaching that ball, would be to let it go for Bruno Fernandes. But I also can't fault him because he's selfish for that reason. You would have taken the shot,
Charlie.
Yeah, because he's telling you straight as a forward, he knows. At the end of the day, once he gets to the box, that's my job. That's my turn to shine. That's my turn to show value as to why they've turned around and selected me. So I understand as to what his mentality was. But I also will question mark, and none of us are on the pitch, so I couldn't hear it. If we were there, pitch side, I would have told you. But did Bruno scream for the ball? And that's the question mark you have to ask yourself. If the rest of these players are going to... If he screamed for the ball, then Cristiano's wrong, right? And Cristiano has to hold his hands up in that position and say he's wrong. But if Bruno Fernandes didn't turn around and scream and say Bruno's incoming or whatever else it is in terms of communication, then how am I supposed to know you're there?
I do have there's lots of comments. People are loving this conversation. One comment is saying that it is Ronaldo's fault. He has Bruno Fernandes, Nuno Mendes and others to supply him and refuses to run. Refuses to run? He's 41 years old. So you know if you're selecting a 41-year-old, if I put LeBron James on the floor, am I expecting LeBron James to go up and down like this? Am I expecting Tiger Woods to be as consistent as ever? Am I expecting Rafael Nadal, if he was still playing today, to be running up and down the clay? No. What happens with these level of athletes is they start thinking the game higher than everybody else. So you have to put people around him that's going to do the physicality.
And that's why I've said it was Roberto Martinez's fault.
It's Roberto Martinez's fault.
Because if you decide to play Cristiano, you also have to know he's not making those runs. He's not doing what Harry Kane does. He's not dropping down into the midfield to create space. He's your exclamation point. So you have to provide service to get the best out of Cristiano Ronaldo. And if the service is too predictable, which it was, it's very easy for the Congolese defenders to say, hey, go ahead. We know what's coming. We have our two guys here to mark Cristiano. He wasn't moving outside of a 5-yard radius. So it's easy to defend versus late runs out of midfield. Nuno Mendes and Cancelo coming inside, generating different types of chances, shots from distance. It was a poor attacking performance.
I know you really want to go to break, and I promise you I'll shut up at another segment where you get your 30 seconds back, but I will just tell you this. You don't score 140 goals for your nation unless you know how to find the back of the net. Yeah. End of discussion. So at the end of the day, I need a manager that's going to be able to put him in a position where he can be successful so he can do his job. Because his only job when he goes on that pitch is to score goals. That's the rest of it. We'll work it out, man. We'll work it out.
Can we just give a quick little love to DR Congo, though, for being able to get this job done?
Huge for them. I mean, it's awesome. Great performance.
No question marks whatsoever. I already knew.
My former teammate is Cedric Bakambu, and to see him still running the channels and you know, leading his country, him and Yohan Wissa make a great partnership up top. It's phenomenal. So I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of Congo, how they've represented the
massive
result. There's no shock, though. If you watch them in AFCON, if you watch them recently over the last couple of years, they've been one of the best defensive teams in world football. So that didn't shock me that they had that level of efficiency and were that solid together.
They played like they deserved to win.
And Yohan Vissa's been waiting for a moment because he's been injured and so inconsistent all year. He's been waiting for a moment to remind the world that I'm still one of the best number 9s out here. So yeah.
This Group K has definitely been one of the most interesting ones to watch, but we are going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up for you on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad in my hand.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I think we've set a standard for ourselves, and yeah, we've set an expectation that if that's the level we can perform at, then why not do that all the time? And it's not going to be as easy as we're just going to turn up and play a perfect game every time. There's going to be moments where we're against it and we have to figure out how to try and grind out results and win games when we're not doing so well. But in an ideal world, we set up every game like pretty well like we did, and execute the game plan how we did, and we keep going. But I think the performance has definitely got the country excited and the world, to kind of recognise that, we're a really good team and we can do things in this tournament, which I don't think people expected us to do beforehand.
The famous words of Jedi. I love Anthony Robinson's optimism, and he is right. He has definitely ignited the excitement within the country because the US got off in the best possible fashion against Paraguay. But also kudos and credit to Australia, who a lot of people counted out in Group D and were able to upset against Turkey. So I'm going to come to you now immediately, and I just want to know, Chuck D, when you look at the excitement, the energy that was created by the US in the opening game, how do they now replicate it and make sure they don't get upset by Australia in Game 2?
Just consistency with the pressure, consistency with ball control in the attacking third, the movement. I think after that first performance, now we're starting to dream. All of us Americans, we
the
can
American
see,
dream.
Yeah, it's the American dream. If they perform in that manner, it inspired everyone who watches them play. Whether you are a soccer fan or a sports fan, you casually watched them because the World Cup's on. You felt, hey, this team's got something special. I can get behind this. They're representing what we all want, and made everyone proud. So I think with that, we can start to dream.
I love the balance. I love the fact that you were able to go out and establish it. And I've always said it. The hosts need to make sure that they ignite. Mexico have done their job. Canada did all right in terms of credit to themselves. But the US had a lot of pressure on them going into this. The expectations were through the roof. I just want to know, in terms of from some of the standout performances, we've already seen the flowers that's been given to Christian. We've already seen Flo Balogun get his flowers as well. But was there some underrated stars that you feel like maybe should get their flowers in their own right?
Yeah, Alex Freeman. I mean, this kid just came onto the scene, right? He gets his move to Villarreal, but every time he puts on that U.S. men's national team shirt, you're starting to see him really come to life. I love the fact that he's growing with every performance. Look at how many ball recoveries he had. His positioning is standout. He's able to just break through on the dribble. As somebody who can tuck in as a right center back if need be, but plays as a right back, gets forward, just looks very comfortable out there.
Yeah, I think he adds an incredible balance and fluidity with Poch's system in being able to adapt from whether they want to play 3 at the back, 5 at the back, and sometimes even a 4, because of his composure on the ball, which is why La Liga teams are interested in deciding.
So are you feeling? Has anyone moved you? Are you feeling anybody?
I like this, and I love the fact that we're asking this question because I think Malik Tillman is someone that I feel like deserves a lot of flowers. There was a lot of question marks as to whether or not he would play, whether or not he would start. I see the other players that potentially, especially Reino, of course, who came off the bench. And I think it was always going to add value to whether or not he is the real deal. I've seen him in Europe and I've seen him at club level and I've seen the glimpses of quality that he had. But some of the touches around the corner, Chuck, were fantastic. Some of the interchange in terms of with Flo Balogun, when Flo would drop into spaces, he would expand and stretch the defence. I think sometimes the the runs that people don't give credit for, maybe the cameras don't pick up, and you'll know when you have players that are in and around you as someone who's had the line for a number of teams and, of course, for your nation, these energy players are just as important. You can always have your Magic and Christian, but these players that's willing to do some of the dirty work and necessarily doesn't get all of the credit.
One thing I love about you pulling up Malik Tillman is he's silky smooth on the ball. He sees these passing lanes that other players don't. But when you talk about duels won, he's winning tackles in the attacking third.
Yeah.
When we lose the ball as the U.S. men's national team, everyone's scrambling. He's one of the first players to go put the right pressure on and win the ball back for the squad, which was so impressive. We suffocated Paraguay, and we're going to have to do the same thing versus Australia.
I mean, the standard's been set now, and I understand Chuck D is obviously at his highest in terms of optimism. You can see who he's representing the USA. I want to hear from someone who's on the ground, though. Paul Tenorio, this is your opportunity to turn around and tell us everything that you're seeing. I'm surprised you're not at the frat house. I know how you athletic correspondents get down. You've been enjoying your time together, and I'm looking forward to every time I see you guys. But just tell me about Poch's relationship and how he's raised the expectation. Has your growth and confidence in what he's going to do in this tournament expanded after game one?
I mean, I think it's impossible not to feel that way after the way game one went, right? I mean, everything went well against Paraguay. The midfield was clicking. The attack, when Christian Pulisic was on the ball, looked especially dangerous. Flo Balogun was finishing his opportunities in the box. It didn't really get tested defensively, which is the one thing we still need to see from this U.S. team, see how Matt Freese can handle those moments when he's asked to make a big save. But I think without a doubt, going into tomorrow's game against Australia, the vibes are positive. The optimism is there. I sat down with Mauricio Pochettino earlier this week at the team hotel for a story that was on The Athletic today, and he talked about this idea, right, of like dreaming big, dreaming that you are on the moon so that you can at least get close rather than just dreaming of getting close and you stay on the earth. And I think that is the vibe around this team right now is just belief that they can do something special.
Preach, Paul. I absolutely love that. I've been dreaming, so it's nice to see that Pochettino feels the same way. I'm curious because everyone wants to know, what's the latest update with Christian Pulisic? Do you feel he's going to start? Do you think he's going to come off the bench? Do you think he's going to be completely rested? And what's the overall vibe around him?
Well, I mean, I'll say that the U.S. doesn't want to tell us much, and there's a reason for that. It's because Australia is going to be watching what we say here and what we put in writing, what kind of video they put up of Christian Pulisic training. You know, it's been modified training sessions for Pulisic with that left calf injury. We've seen him in the weight room. We've seen him come out and do a little bit of resistance work, a little bit of ball work yesterday. But my hunch, this is just a hunch, not reporting, my hunch is that they're playing up the possibility that he could play and that he won't play against Australia. But I could also, and my colleagues do, talk me into the idea that they're actually playing up how hurt he is, and as soon as the media gets escorted out of training, Christian jumps in full training. I think that they're going to be cautious. I think they're going to be cautious with this calf injury. They should be, considering the way that this World Cup works now, where third-place teams can advance to the knockout. You have to start thinking about Christian Pulisic's availability, not just for the group game against Turkey, but also the round of 32 and anything you hope to do beyond that. This is an Australia team they've beaten once before. They're going to play in a low block. You know, maybe they have faith in Tillman and maybe Gio Reyna comes into the game. Maybe you see somebody like Brendan Aronson and they try to see if they can to get a win, wrap up the group and give Christian Pulisic another couple weeks before he has to play.
Paul, I want to hold you on that point right there. We see what Gio Reyna did in terms of when he came off the bench. So do you expect him, if Christian isn't fully fit or unavailable to start, is he someone that you would like to see step into that fold and maybe give an impact from the beginning?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, right? It's about what are you trying to accomplish tactically. If you feel Australia is going to be sitting in a really low, deep block and be defensively sound, which I think is the right way to anticipate how they'll play, then yeah, maybe you do look at Gio Reyna because of his ability to create things in tight spaces. It's not a game where they're going to get stretched, where you're asking Gio Reyna to run a lot in theory. But I could also see and justify the idea of somebody like Alex Zendejas, who, you know, he has a great shot, can shoot from distance, can create goals for himself, can create goals for others. Brendan Aronson, where he's going to come in and press hard, create moments out of the counter press, try to force a mistake in the back for Australia. I would guess that Mauricio Pochettino, looking at the fact that Gio Reyna comes off of that Trivela goal, is filled with confidence, that maybe you try to roll with that confidence and show Reyna how much you believe in him and hope that that translates onto the field if Christian Pulisic can't play.
Paul, I'm curious, just because after that first game, looking back at it, they were just so dominant in every facet of the game. And even when Paraguay got a little glimpse of hope, they came back with that Gio Reyna goal to just finish things on a high note. If they are playing at that level consistently throughout this World Cup, what's realistic for you? How far can they go? If they play that well, could they get to a final? Could they win a World Cup? What are you thinking about this current U.S. men's national?
Look at the smile on his face already. Look at this. He got him smiling at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Look, it's earlier than that out here out west, by the way. Want to make sure we all note that. No, it's a tournament, right? So part of it is about who you land in front of you, but also it means all you need to do is win the next game and win the next game. This isn't this enormous thing where you have to think about winning 6 games to get to a final, because you just have to worry about, can you beat this team in a knockout? Like, my father is Costa Rican, as you guys know. Like, I watched them in Brazil game after game, just believing that they can win that one game. Can this U.S. team beat anybody in a knockout game? Yes, they can. Does the bracket right now lay out nicely for them to potentially make a run into a quarterfinal? And at that point, do you start thinking about what it would look like in a semi and who you place there? Of course. So why not? Why not believe it? Why not enjoy it? You know, I think that's the thing. This World Cup has been so much fun already. And I think, you know, the hope for U.S. fans should be that they can have some fun this summer, that this can be a team to get behind and believe in, to go to the bars and get together and watch it all together and hope that they do something special. I'm going to lean into that positivity and optimism right now. I'm not going to be my normal cynical self. So yeah, let's see if they can make a run. Make this a little bit more fun than we thought.
Let's go, Paul.
I can't believe.
Even the cynical people, they're bought in. They're bought in.
Paul, I appreciate you for getting up nice and early and checking in with us as always. Enjoy.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm gonna go get a coffee now.
Man, can you believe? Even Paul Tenorio believes. Believe it, become it. I love it. USA. We'll see you after the break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad would want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back into Morning Footy. Let's catch you up on the latest headlines. We do have plenty of World Cup news to get to, but there's also a lot of news going on with club soccer. So let's start there with the latest major transfer moves. And it's Real Madrid officially announcing the signing of Ibrahima Konaté. The French defender joins Los Blancos on a free transfer from Liverpool, and his arrival comes just days after the recent Real Madrid signings of Marc Cucurella and Bernardo Silva. Moving over now to some women's soccer news and some major moves taking place in the NWSL. Angel City have fired Alexander Strauss and also traded for U.S. striker Ali Sentinor. And Gotham traded reigning NWSL Rookie of the Year Lily Reel to Boston Legacy in a deal that is reportedly tied to Gotham's anticipated signing of Sam Kerr. According to multiple reports, Kerr will join Gotham on a free transfer after her contract with Chelsea expires at the end of the month. Let's talk World Cup results now and the Wednesday matches that you may have missed last night. So Colombia opened up their World Cup in style with Luis Diaz leading the Colombians to a 3-1 win over Uzbekistan. Diaz delivered a goal and assist for the Cafeteros, who currently sit at the top of Group K after match day 1. In other Wednesday action, Caleb Urenchi's late winner gave Ghana the 1-0 victory over Panama, and Portugal and DR Congo played to a draw, and England rolled over Croatia. Let's get you up now on more World Cup news. Ivory Coast striker Eli Wahi was denied entry into Canada amid reports that he was recently arrested on suspicion of fixing match outcomes. Alphonso Davies will be available for Canada's match against Qatar after missing their opening draw against Bosnia. And the South Korean team is in the middle of a media boycott ahead of their match against Mexico after Korean media were caught mocking Korean star Son Heung-min. So Korean reporters were allegedly caught on a hot mic making fun of Son's military service, which has led Son's teammates to rally together and boycott interviews with domestic media. So for more on the South Korean media boycott and their preparations for their big match tonight against Mexico, we are joined by Korean football expert Stephen Han. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us. You are out there in Guadalajara, so you're in the mix of everything that is going on. Can you give us a bit more insight into truly everything that's going on here with this?
Yeah, so just to provide a little bit of context, I guess, on Korean national team's first day of training here in Guadalajara, I wasn't there, by the way, that day, but a couple of reporters, couple of them, were caught on camera mocking these national team players after seeing, Son Heung-min, the captain of this team, doing a jog around the pitch with the team. And, Sonny has this routine as a part of his routine where he's a few steps away from the rest of the team. When they're doing this, lap around the pitch, as part of their warm up, he's sort of like in between the physios in a bit of a different group while the rest of the team runs in a huddle. And one reporter there, and he's been doing this for as long as I can remember. And one reporter there decided to question it for some reason. And he was on camera. So the rest of the 70-odd something reporters there have actually nothing to do with this conversation, but this one reporter decided to question that and ask out loud for some reason if Sonny is doing that to emulate the Korean army. And then he proceeded to say, all of these bastards know nothing about the Korean army. And that word bastard is putting it mildly because that particular Korean word can easily be translated into something a lot worse than that. So if you're the players, most of whom earned their military exemptions by winning the gold medal for their country at the Asian Games, you're the one in the position of power. You're the one who's representing your country at the World Cup. So for a reporter who's covering this team to speak that way about a team, there's no reason for any of these players to be understanding of these egregious remarks, really, made by a couple of reporters. I want to reiterate this because along with more than 70 Korean reporters that are in Guadalajara right now, were not involved in this. In fact, I wasn't even there that day because that's the day I landed in Guadalajara, and my phone wasn't working, so I couldn't make it out there that day.
All right, Steve, you've cleared your name. Good, because we never thought it was you. We knew you were a good guy. But you're saying that the reporter that made these comments, and it was just a select few, but it sounds like one main reporter has been covering this team, traveling with them, been in and around this group for several years. What was the previous relationship between the players on the team and said reporter?
Yeah, I mean, there really never has been a close relationship with the Korean national team and the media, to be completely honest. It wasn't real. It was always a cordial relationship, but they weren't any more, more friendlier than we see with other national teams and their traveling media. And, I know that a lot has been made about the players boycotting the media, but I think, you do have to, I do have to emphasize that they're still talking to us at the press conferences, and a couple of them actually talked to us after the match against Czechia as well. Oh Young-gyu, who scored the winner, he's somebody that I interviewed several times, and he and I actually greeted each other at the mixed zone. So, it's not like the relationship is entirely, contentious. So, that's why I was kind of emphasizing that this is more about a couple of reporters who actually caused this mess. But so what the players are boycotting right now is non-required media requests, like, speaking on a day-to-day basis to the Korean media before training every morning, which they used to do. But these aren't FIFA-required media obligations. And if you look at most of these teams at the World Cup, other than Korea, they don't even make their players available to the media outside of the required press conferences and post-game obligations. So if you're the players who've just been badmouthed by a reporter, what would it say about them if they just kept complying to these media requests that, when they're being talked about that way? You know what I mean? So, we're about, these are, 26 grown men who are, some of the best athletes and some of the biggest stars in this country. So, why really, if you really think about this, why would they put up with something like this? It's just unfortunate that, it was an egregious mistake that made by one reporter, really.
Steve, I like how you keep identifying her as one reporter. It's me. Like you got your hands up, like
name
you one step away from a name check, and I feel like we could push for it. But I will ask you the most important question: is how do you see this impacting tonight's game in terms of the impact going forward, and especially because this is a big one in terms of a qualification and the next steps?
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked me that question because, I've been at every training since I've arrived here. And, I've covered this team in the past. And, the mood around the team, the mood internally within the team has never been bad, outside of maybe a couple of instances. But the atmosphere that I see on the training ground now, I was there last night, it's as good as it's ever been. I actually, put up a couple of videos on my socials as well. And, these players are having a lot of fun. They're just distancing themselves a little bit from the media. So, who knows? Maybe this really helps them. The unfortunate part in all of this is that we're about, less than 12 hours away from probably Korean football's biggest game that we've had in years. And, the talking point is about a couple of reporters bad-mouthing Sonny. And, now I guess we're also going to talk about the drones flying over the Korean training center.
Oh, boy.
So it is true then. When we had this discussion in pre-production, can you tell us a little bit more about that, Steve, by the way? What was this about the drones?
The drone situation?
Yeah.
So 2 days before the game, that was sort of like Korea's last real private training session they had. They were doing all the tactical work and things like that. And according to the KFA, they issued a statement on this. Just before they started their tactical work, one of the guards, I mean, if you know anything about these base camps for each country at the World Cup, these are heavily secured areas. And one of the guards there, he identified 2 drones about to fly over the Korea's training pitch. And, I did not know that technology has advanced to this point, but they apparently were able to cut off the signal and they were able to take them down. And when they went to go take the drones, they saw 2 men running away with the drones. And I know this is a lot of drama. And, the KFA, I thought it was a little bit funny. They specified that they couldn't identify if they were Mexicans or not. So we don't know who.
Are you sure it wasn't that?
Those drones,
are you sure it wasn't that lone reporter?
Charlie.
Hey, that lone reporter said, "Okay, I'm gonna get you guys back."
The KFA actually specified that they were non-Koreans as well, but they couldn't identify if they were Mexicans. They were that specific about this.
Wow.
Well, listen, South Korea plays in Mexico, and we get a whole telenovela.
Hey, who needs the Young and the Restless anymore? I'm telling you, I'm just going to watch the Korean national team. This is amazing.
All I got to say is welcome to CONCACAF. What we had to deal with when we go to play at Estadio Azteca, it's a lot. So,
Steven, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, a huge match between Mexico and South Africa today. We are going to take a quick break here. Morning Footy, 48 Nations. More coming up next.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric.
Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
It's hard to figure out what's the low point for U.S. soccer in the mid-1980s. It was a joke. For decades, the U.S. cannot for their lives qualify to a World Cup.
Yeah, it's true. I live in America, believe me.
The USA players were a bunch of amateurs and semi-professionals. Things really needed to change.
We want to be the first team to qualify in 40 years.
Odds were stacked against us. The whole world's like, come on, you're American. Put some shoulder pads on. Put a helmet on.
Everyone knew that Trinidad and Tobago was going to embarrass big bad United States and get to the 1990 World Cup.
We were carrying the weight of American soccer on our shoulders.
Everything was on the line on that day.
That moment alone changed the trajectory of soccer in the United States.
Billion Dollar Goal, a three-part docuseries focused on the biggest game-changing moment in American soccer history, is one of several docuseries on Paramount Plus. That also includes You Don't Know Where I'm From, Dog, the story of Clint Dempsey. And it also includes Pulisic, a 9-part docuseries available on Paramount Plus that gives you a behind-the-scenes look into the life and story of U.S. star Christian Pulisic. So you can watch all 3 documentaries exclusively on Paramount Plus. We're going to take a quick break here and now, though. More Golazo Network 48 Nations coverage coming up next.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it? The crowd here feels electric.
Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money. What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back into Morning Footy. Now that we have wrapped up the first round of the group stage matches, it is time to do a vibe meter on some of the countries that we've seen.
Got that vibe. Girl,
Oh my goodness.
We're bringing energy from the break into this segment.
I love it. If we had to do a vibe meter on these two, it would
break the vibe
It would
meter.
completely break.
We're breaking that vibe.
We already know.
And I think you guys are breaking apart now too. I mean,
What do you mean?
you guys
breaking up the boy band?
you guys are losing it a little.
Oh, no. No, we good. Yeah. Second hour. We strong.
Let's get through this. All right.
We're just getting started. I was giving some breaking news or something. I was like, we breaking up.
All right, so the categories that we have, starting from good to bad, is Dare to Dream, Cookin', Trust the Process, Cooked, Table Watch, Dreams Gone. All right, so Charlie, we're going to start off with you, and you are taking Brazil.
Oh.
Where are you going with them?
Cooked.
Ooh.
This is the worst Brazilian team I've seen in my lifetime. It's troubling right now because you think you bring in Carlo Ancelotti, he's going to right the ship. The problem is this team's too disjointed. And Neymar is not the savior that you think he is. He's not Lionel Messi. He's not coming back to the prime Neymar and that MSN front three that Barcelona once had. So, yeah, Morocco looked like the Brazil when I went to go watch Brazil play Morocco at MetLife. So, unfortunately, I don't think this Brazilian team will make a deep run.
But they'll at least get out the group stage.
I mean,
they might not.
I hope so.
They might not.
They should.
They absolutely should. I mean, I don't see Haiti beating Brazil.
Whoa, we just don't know.
Yeah, but at the very minimum, I see them getting out of the group stage. Maybe they progress past the round of 32, but I don't even see them getting past that round of 16.
Yeah. All right. Well,
that's kind of crazy for
I know.
Brazil.
5-time champions.
Crazy.
And
yeah.
They look.
And the roster they have coming into this. And
yeah.
Expectations. I'm with you though. They've underperformed, underwhelmed.
It felt like I think Morocco should have gotten that win over Brazil. I don't know if Brazil deserved to split the points in that game. But JD, let's move over to another nation that we just saw in action for the first time yesterday. England, the Three Lions. Where are you falling on the vibe meter for this? Let's bring it up.
I'm not as strong as it's coming home, right? I'm not going to say all of that, but I will say they're definitely cooking. There's some things that I really liked in terms of especially in the second half. I thought the adjustments in terms of intensity was really important. The squad depth, and you know what, depth has been something that I feel like England have struggled with in the latter part of competitions, especially looking at previous years. But when I saw Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Morgan Rogers all coming off the bench, and not to mention there's still some good names there. Ollie Watkins didn't get himself involved as of yet. I'm kind of cooking with this team. I kind of like it. Thomas Tuchel clearly has got the pulse of the team. You can see that in the adjustments they made in the second half. So it's all smiles for me right now. As one of the, especially when we look at so many European teams that have struggled, one thing England didn't have was a struggle in the final third, and that's always a good sign.
I cannot believe you didn't go Dare to Dream.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Chill.
What is it? Because you're nervous to say it's
That's the
coming home,
typical
Dare to Dream?
English stuff.
Let's just everybody just. I just did a segment with you talking about Team USA, and you were talking about the finals and semi-finals. Everybody just relax. There's only one game's been played so far. Only one game.
Those words never came out of my mouth, by the way.
Run the tape.
I said, if they play like this, how far can they go? That was a question I posed.
Oh, so you were saying,
so
semi-final question mark, it wasn't a full stop.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Come on, Dare to Dream.
I'm here for the American dream.
All right, Lisa, let's go to one of the co-hosts of the World Cup, Canada. I know it's been a while since we saw them in action, but where are you going on the vibe meter with them?
Yeah, so after their 1-1 game against Bosnia, I'm going to go trust the process for Canada.
So pretty in the middle
trust
here.
The process. They got a goal. They had some really good chances and really good opportunities, but they just struggled to finish their chances that Canada had. They get to play a second match against Qatar in Canada again. They get the home crowd behind them. I think some of the nerves have shaken off of this Canadian side, so now they're able to truly play out. And you also have to remember they're getting 2 huge players back in this roster ahead of this upcoming game that is going to give them such a lift, especially with Alphonso Davies coming back in. This is their captain. This is a player that so much of what Canada does relies on him and runs around the energy that he brings to this squad. So I'm going to trust the process for Canada.
If they get a draw today, where would that needle go?
What are some of the ones on the right? I just can't read this.
Dare to Dream, Dare to Dream or Cookin'?
To
table
the right.
watch.
If they get a loss? If they get a loss?
I'd say table watch. Table watch. Down two notches to table watch.
All right, fair enough. All right, Charlie, coming back to you for another team that we got to see in action yesterday, Portugal. Talked about them earlier. Where are you going with them? Keep in mind, as everybody in our YouTube comments is saying, we have only seen one match for all of these nations in the group stage. Anything can happen. I think lots of people are quick to forget Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia in the last World Cup and then went on to win the World Cup. So
adjustments.
Yeah, so adjustments can be made. But where are you falling with Portugal on this vibe meter, Charlie?
Trust the process, because they're not cooking. But they have the ability to be cooking, and they have the ability to dare to dream. So, again, I wouldn't expect Portugal to be in this situation where they're still trying to figure things out, but that's where they are right now. And you would hope that Roberto Martinez, for as great of a coach as he is and a tactician, that he'll be able to figure out what's the right pieces to the puzzle to, one, either get Cristiano Ronaldo scoring or two, get anyone else scoring, because you can't rely on João Neves scoring off of headers as one of the smallest guys on the pitch, even though he can do it. But Bruno Fernandes is the key. So can he get to, being the player that we saw him this season with Manchester United?
So we had when we were talking about Portugal earlier, we put a poll in YouTube and we asked the question, should Cristiano Ronaldo start for Portugal? 74% of people said no. 26% said yes. So that's kind of the opposite of what we were saying, because we were saying that he'll be fired up, that they should put him in the next match. So anything you want to add to this?
Absolutely nothing.
He said absolute rubbish.
Absolutely nothing. Just always.
Well, the YouTube comments think you're Ronaldo's #1 fan.
Well, they don't know me very well then, do they? Because I'm just going to be honest. If you're going to take Ronaldo out, who are you going to put in?
I think the only realistic, because I don't rate Gonzalo Ramos. So
yeah.
I would play Rafa Leao there.
That's a shout that we've gotten in the comments as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would play Rafa Leao there.
So would you take out Ronaldo, put in Leao, and then leave everybody else?
You would put
around?
Rafa Leao ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes. If you're taking him off, that was a question.
Oh no, I thought if they're talking about to start him.
If you're taking Cristiano Ronaldo off.
If you were going to.
Who would you play there in the 9?
If you're talking about to start the second game.
Yes.
If I was taking him out.
If Cristiano Ronaldo has to come off, who are you playing?
He doesn't have to come off then.
But
Ronaldo is still
that's the game.
But who would you play there?
If I had to make a change, Ramos. I'd put Ramos there. But Ramos is still not better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
As a number 9, that's going to lead my forward.
But how long can you say nobody's better than him as the argument when goals aren't coming? And this is a World Cup. It's not like these are friendlies.
140 goals.
I understand, but
nation.
if things aren't clicking, and this is the World Cup.
One game. And I understand we always
How many chances does he get? What if he doesn't score in the second one?
It's just I feel like sometimes we need to stop for a second. There are certain players that you can have 1 bad game, 2 bad games, 3 bad games, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. Because of your presence alone, I'm going to play you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna play you. Because you absorb so much attention around you that everybody still knows that you have the ability to just turn the magic on whenever you feel like.
No, this isn't prime Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, but this is
this is 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo.
You can't mess around in the world.
He's got 1,000 goals. You're gonna put Rafa Leao in that position, who has never scored. How many times has Rafa Leao scored 25, 30 goals in a season?
I need somebody to run. Cristiano Ronaldo's not running now. And by the way, if you have Congo defenders going, yeah, we actually didn't do anything different.
I think that
the guy's 41 years old. Sure, we have respect. He's Cristiano Ronaldo, but I'll play against him all day, every day.
I think the disrespect that everyone's doing is twofold, right? The focal point is on Ronaldo and everyone's saying that he should be running more and all the rest of it, which I've said for a number of years now. That's not his game anymore. But the other thing is, everyone keeps talking about it as if Portugal was supposed to roll over Congo. I believe if you started Rafa Leao in that position or even Gonzalo Ramos in that position, they would have still struggled because Congo are very good. They are very good.
So what do you think happens?
They're not the team from 50-odd years ago.
In the group.
It's going to be a different game.
So what happens if you play Colombia and then you got to play in a knockout round? Opponents are only going to get better.
They are.
So if he can't score in these early round, first opening group stage matches where you're seeing his counterparts, Messi, Kane, Mbappe,
we're doing that
Haaland.
We're doing that again.
You have to.
No, we're not.
You are talking about the starting striker for a team that could potentially make a World Cup run, right? A team that has the capabilities, the talent to win a World Cup. Okay? And the guy who's leading that, who has scored all the goals in the past, we're talking about the present, is not producing.
It doesn't. This comparison thing with every time that Messi scores, that means that Ronaldo has to score. Every time that Mbappe scores, that means that we're talking about Ronaldo.
He has to be making a difference.
We're talking about Portugal's shortfallings. Like, Portugal came up short yesterday, and all of a sudden the attention is on Cristiano. If you drop Cristiano right now, so you got me rattled. If you drop Cristiano right now, what do you think the conversation is going to be going into the next game?
You're bringing in Cristiano knowing that he's not going to run. So if he's not running, what else is he providing if he's not scoring the goals?
The thing is, I'm going to say it again, I feel like this bit needs to be really taken in. It's not about what he doesn't do. It's about what he does do. So
he's not
if I
doing
can,
it
What did he do in the Congo game?
So tactically,
What did he do in the
you
Congo
have to
game?
change as a team to put him in better positions so that he can be successful.
What did he do in the Congo game?
Yeah, but you're talking about a Congo team that is very good. Like, I cannot explain how good defensively Congo are.
Yeah, but what did he do in the
There's
game?
shutouts in terms of in their qualification, what they've shown in AFCON.
What did Cristiano do in the game?
He didn't do much. But what did,
Okay.
what did anybody else do?
Joao Neves scored.
There are lots of comments in talking about this of different situations. So someone is saying Cristiano Ronaldo start but gets subbed off.
No problem with
Other people are saying not to start him and instead start Rafael Leao.
You could still bring Cristiano Ronaldo into the match if you don't start him.
I would rather bring him into the game. We talked about Marcus Rashford coming in. You said the game's different. It's open. Why wouldn't you bring Cristiano Ronaldo when the game's open, when it's different, when you maybe score and they have to give you space, and the next thing you know, he's coming in to be that goal scorer.
You know what's so crazy? He knows better. He's playing devil's advocate, but he knows better. You know, Chuck D, that this decision to drop Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just hey, we're just going to pluck this player out and put another player in. You know the ramifications that will have throughout that whole squad. It will split a changing room. And if you don't need an example of that, ask Ten Hag what happened to him when he dropped Cristiano Ronaldo. Ask him the lack of confidence. Everybody that was affiliated with that player had respect for that player. Heralds that player as a hero.
So who's the problem?
So you selected him.
Roberto Martinez.
No, you selected him as a commission.
He brought him in.
So you understood what you was accepting as a variable. It's exactly the same question mark. When Neymar becomes fit and all of a sudden Neymar's firing, say Neymar comes off the bench and does something amazing, what do you think the question marks are all of a sudden around? Oh, why is Neymar not starting? Or why is Neymar not doing this? Because there are certain people that transcend above, hey, this is just another player in our squad. No, this is Cristiano Ronaldo, the focal point, the best person that has ever worn a Portugal shirt, including
but he's
the
not the Cristiano Ronaldo of old.
So then don't take him then.
And Bruno Fernandes and Vitinha are the two best players on that team right now.
I'm not
It's no longer
that.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm not denying that.
But with his
why are we
pedigree...
having a conversation about Bruno then? Why are we not having a conversation about Vitinha today then? Why are we talking about Cristiano?
Because he's the guy who did nothing, and he's starting up top.
Well, I think, can we scrap the rest of the rundown for the rest of the show and keep talking about this? This is now 2 segments that we've been going heavy with Ronaldo. But guys, we are going to take a quick break here. More Morning Footy, 48 Nations coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it? A crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back into Morning Footy. Time for Rumor Mill. With the World Cup underway, lots of rumors are swirling around, so we're going to do this based not on the validity of the rumor, but whether or not we like it for both club and player.
Okay.
I don't want to hear the name Cristiano Ronaldo once, except for this time. All right? That conversation is done, and we'll pick it back up on another day. All right, you two?
The comments want more Ronaldo.
Comments want more. Comments
Ronaldo.
want more. But listen, let's get to our first rumor. So, the rumor is that Liverpool are accelerating a move for a 19-year-old Jan Diamande. Leipzig are apparently demanding a fee of around 130 million euros for this highly rated young player.
Sorry, Claudia.
So what are we going?
Can you repeat that number again one more time for me? Sorry. What did you say?
130 million euros.
Oh.
I thought I said it. Did I say it wrong?
No. I just wanted to make sure I heard the number correct.
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money for a 19-year-old.
I say cash. I say cash all day for this one. I like this move. Yeah, I like this move. He can play on both sides. He can contribute. He can create for himself. He can go 1v1. He can set up other teammates. And he's young. This is an investment for the next couple of years. I think this is a really good move for player and for club.
Do you think the fee depends on how well he does in the World Cup? Is that what you're stuck on, the fee that would be paid for him?
I'm just stuck on Timo Werner, Jadon Sancho, players that have come to the Premier League and had an opportunity to establish themselves after flying in the Bundesliga. And 130 million for a 19-year-old. Wow. Is that where we are in life? Is that where we are?
KDB came from the Bundesliga.
Yeah, all right. That's one.
Why not be two? So you're trashing this.
I'm trashing this.
And Florian Wirtz is still
Florian Wirtz
still out to jury for me.
Massive question marks over whether or not he's going to be able to be considered. And these are players that were definitively the best player in the league at some point. Definitively.
Charlie, what are you doing? Are you going cash or
doing
trash here?
For me, it's the figure, the number. I think it's a great buy. He's a terrific player. But for that type of money, and I get the markets are inflated, but that's a lot of money.
How much would you do then? Let's say you're
80.
Charlie, the sporting director. 80?
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll put it in perspective. Julian Alvarez had $150 million bid for him, and that felt about fair for a player that has done everything and won a World Cup.
Yeah.
130 for a player that is an incredible prospect. I love the tag that giving him a one-day kid. And I don't throw that around very often. Love the fact that he can go inside and out. How many years has he done it? What has he proven to us at the top level?
I think part of the price tag is about the future.
The potential.
It's the potential and understanding that a contract is going to be for a couple years. You bring him into your system, you get him playing exactly how you want, and then you just grow with him.
And the need, because you lose Mohamed Salah, they never really replaced Luis Diaz, and giving that type of player who gives you something in the attacking third similar to that. So it makes sense of that's the player they need, that profile, but for that, it's that price that...
130 million on potential? Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. You're never going to make me buy 130 million on potential. That's a lot of money to be put in on somebody for what they could be. Not a proven talent, what they could be. That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
Someone else agrees. They say is Leipzig right in ahead. And then someone saying Diamande is great for Liverpool. Let's put Graven Birch further up the field to play with Florian Wirtz. So... someone says incredibly inflated price for 19-year-old would destroy the market. Very interesting. Yeah. Fun little fact. He did play over here in the U.S. and then eventually made his move over to Europe. So
2 years ago.
Just got to throw, which is insane to see.
High school, 2 years ago.
UPSL out here in America.
Funny.
All right, let's move on to our next rumor. The next rumor is Al Hilal are considering a blockbuster move for Rafinha, who is unlikely to discuss this until after the World Cup. He is a big part of Hansi Flick's plans, though. So what are we thinking? Cash or trash here?
It depends on which perspective you're talking about. If you're talking about from Rafinha's perspective, I'm cashing.
Facts.
For both.
Because
big facts.
You got to think about the players that Barcelona have currently and who they're trying to get. And it ultimately you're thinking, well, if they just bought Anthony Gordon, Lamine Yamal isn't going anywhere. And maybe Lamine Yamal plays at the 10 or he stays where he is. They try to get Julian Alvarez. It feels like you probably got the most out of Rafinha in watching him play too with Brazil. If I'm Barcelona and they're going to pay me the wild transfer fee that it would probably take to get a Rafinha, I'm cashing in.
Yeah.
I agree.
They need the cash.
Yeah, I agree. Let's cash. Like, only because I only think we kind of recognize. I think he's creeping on 30 now. Like he's
about to turn 30.
Yeah,
Turns
like
30 in December.
Like, yo, at some point, you got to look at this as like what it is. It's a business, right? And you're about to get paid where it's generational wage. And I'm not saying that he hasn't been well paid. I can imagine how he's been looked after at Barcelona, at Leeds, and all these other places that he's had stops and opportunities. But that is generational opportunity to change your life forever. And at some point, you've got to kind of balance and recognize as to why you came into this game. And also, he had he had a dip. He had a dip last year because of the injuries. Now you can sort of balance your body a little bit better when you go to those sort of markets, and you can, it's not the same level of intensity. Let's just be honest about it, because of the quality that's around you. So at some point, you've got to manage this and understand, like, I've done everything I need to do in Europe, and now I can go and set myself a new challenge.
Yep.
As integral as Rafinha is for what Barcelona is doing and how they build, how they play, their entire system is set up around a player like Rafinha. It's not the worst thing if he leaves for Barcelona.
No.
So I'm going cash with this trade as well.
Cash?
Cash, Claudia. Pull out that gun. Yeah.
Make it rain, girl. Make it rain. Make it rain.
There you go.
Coming out slowly.
Yeah. It's a good one. The money will then give Barcelona a chance to reload their midfield, go after some other younger players that they can then continue to build around moving forward.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. The rumor is that Real Madrid are weighing a move for Ruben Diaz at 90 million euros. For this move, Charlie, the brows went up and they went back down. Cashin' or trashin'?
Trashing.
Trashin'. All the way.
Immediately? No thought?
No, for that type of money.
You're getting stuck on the dollar sign.
I'll let you land.
Yeah, no, because you got to think about the business too. Ruben Diaz is a class defender, but if you told me prime Ruben Diaz, the one that just came into Manchester City for that type of money, sure. For 90 million at this stage in his career, 29 years old? No, 90 million.
I'm cash for this one. I'm cash on this one because of where he is at this stage in his career. Real Madrid need a leader to come in, to organize this back line, to structure things for them, to kind of reset everything in their back. And that's exactly what Ruben Diaz is going to give them. So I'm going cash. I like this one.
I haven't made my mind up yet.
JD's still thinking about it.
I'm going to say cash.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm going to say cash is because I think City are going to go through a bit of a change and a bit of a dip, and it's going to require a lot more transition. I think they're going to go through a little bit more of a transition than they think that they're going to go through.
Yeah, of course, Manchester City going to. They've said, Kusnaf and Gay are our guys.
Yeah, and that's fair. And I think Ruben Diaz has definitely taken a step back. But also, I look at where Real Madrid have kind of balanced their books, and it was not until you kind of read the headlines earlier, and I thought about Konate's on a free, Silva's on a free. I mean, they didn't pay over the odds in terms of a Cucurella, so I think they actually paid what I think Cucurella's good value is. I actually think
they got Dumfries.
And they got Dumfries as well, who I thought was at a discounted price considering what he's done the last 2 years at Inter. I actually think that you have to go big one place. You have to go hard in terms of just like establish yourself.
That's the centre back you choose out of world football.
I don't think it's a bad
90
selection.
million.
I don't think it's a bad selection. I really don't think it's a bad selection.
I don't think it's bad.
You think about it, it's also someone that's won a PFA Player of the Year. Like, he's really established himself in what he's done in the Premier League. I do think 29 in every other position in world football is old. When you're a centre-half, you can still have 3-4 great years at 29 years old.
I know the Portuguese connection is strong because Jose Mourinho, and he can look at Ruben Dias and say, okay, this is a guy I trust. I can, lean on him. But 90 million?
I like it. I don't mind it.
Yeah. So what I've taken out of today is 29 is old and 5'11" is still a short king. That's what I'm getting from JD today.
First of all, you're not going to get the comments. I'm not going to slate none of the 5'11" kings, but you know, there's a big difference. There's a 5 and there's a 6.
What's a 5'10"
See now, Chuck D's looking at me now. So I'm saying,
what's a 5'10"
my brother on the right-hand side upset. You know what I mean?
Let's take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up for you on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it? The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Got blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back into Morning Footy 48 Nations. Now that we have seen the first round of the group stage matches and we have gotten to enjoy lots of fan videos from all the fans spread across Canada, Mexico, and U.S., let's blind rank who we think are the best fan groups. I don't even know what's coming next, all right? So, Lisa, let's start off with the first one.
Sure.
First fan group is Cabo Verde.
Oh,
let's take a look.
They've been vibes.
So fun.
Look at
They have been
the
vibes.
goats.
Okay, this is sick.
They have been my...
When you're carrying around goats, you're on another level.
Listen,
This is awesome.
I cannot tell you how impressed I've been by Cape Verde during this whole process. I'm going to tell you now.
They're top three.
They are
Yeah.
top three.
They're top three.
Let's
And the
go
do-rag
three.
as
Let's
well?
go three.
Yeah, we're
Number
here.
three.
Hey,
And then the dancing. I mean, the goats put it over the top.
Oh,
for
look,
me.
yeah, get it. Get it.
What?
Get it. Oh.
They have to be top three.
If you look
Cape
around,
Verde,
Ben
yeah.
I actually might put them two. I actually think, wait, we can make one adjustment later.
I got 1 and 2 already.
Would you one re-roll? Surely, would you one adjustment?
Three.
I got them
We don't
top
have
two,
time
man.
for that.
I don't think you're going to beat that.
This is awesome.
All right.
You'll get there.
Charlie, you're taking the next one. Next fan group we have Mexico.
Oh, yeah, the Mexicans, they've been turned up.
Oh, look at the
Oh, look at this. That's so gangster. That's so good. Look at that.
I also just saw a video of a cat in a Mexico jersey.
You know what?
4.
I don't
5.
know.
Whoa. There have not been 4 nations that have been more vibes than Mexicans.
Yeah.
No.
These are also
Look at this. They have been the pinnacle.
No, let's go 4. Let's go 4. 4.
I'm going with 4.
I think that's
I'm going with
low.
4.
I think that's low.
The beautiful mix that we've been seeing of Mexican and South Korean
I know
fans.
who 1 and 2 is.
I think they'd be 2.
Love it.
No, I got 1 and 2.
Love
locked.
it.
We're going 4.
Come on.
Gangnam Style.
Trust me, I'm telling you.
It's been crazy.
They've been the heartbeat of the competition.
All right, JD, you're going to take this next one. Who do we have? South Korea. Look at that. Is that a sea of Mexico fans? And then you have the South Korean fans.
The Mexican fans are adding value to somebody else's section.
All right, where are you going with this, JD?
Look at the swarm of green. Okay. For the sheer fact you turned up and you got thrown in the air and the vibes that you've had with the Mexicans, and also, by the way, I will also say, the Koreans drinking the tequila have been second to none.
Doing a keg stand, too.
So I will give them, they're top 6. They're definitely top 6. I'll give them 6.
Okay.
I give them 6.
All right, fair enough. I think I'm ranking this next one.
This is all Mexican fans, by the way. This is supposed to be a Korean section.
With one Korean fan.
There's one Korean fan represented.
They're having fun at the party. I'm in.
Right. This is incredible. Okay, next one, I'm rating it. Who do we have? Brazil. This is out in Times Square. I didn't get my invitation in the mail for this.
That's my city. That's my city. Look at it.
This is sick.
Absolutely incredible.
Where are we going,
I think there've just been so many other ones. Is it bad if I put it at 9 or 10?
9?
I already had a Brazil fan in my comment section earlier telling me not to fight with Brazilians because I don't want to get involved with that.
I'd say 7.
But
I think they're
7?
minimum. They're higher than South Korea. South Korea have 1 fan.
No.
Look at the numbers.
But this isn't doing, all these videos aren't doing it justice. You have to see everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to put it at 9. I'm going to put it at 9.
Wow.
She's harsh. She's harsh. I like it.
Brazilians are going to come after me.
Seriously.
All right,
Better
Lisa,
watch
your
those
turn.
comments.
No.
Watch
9.
those comments.
9. We have a lot to get through.
Oh, yeah. They bring
This is
it.
amazing.
Lisa, this is you.
But
Guys, top 3. This might be top 3.
Are you crazy?
I see I would have put them at 4.
What?
I would have put them at 4, but...
But we've already put 3 and 4.
They're offbeat. Yeah. Secondly,
Don't
they're
you
just
dare.
They're offbeat.
Don't you disrespect the Dutch
This
fans.
is so cool. The
Dutch
orange
fans
bus.
What's the
bring
ribbon?
it.
What's the song there?
JD, they brought an entire orange bus over from the Netherlands.
Oh my
They
God.
put it on a boat and sailed it across the ocean.
Congratulations.
This is sick.
I've been waiting for this.
Where are we putting?
Should we go 5? We think there's going to be more than this?
That's too much.
Yeah. 5.
I'm going
Okay,
5.
do it. You do
I'm going
your
5.
Okay.
I think this is
That is
awesome.
so
They're
high.
getting everyone else in on it, doing the jumping.
The Dutch have been...
Yes,
So what about
tremendous.
Mexican-
Netherlands at
what
5.
of my Mexican contingents?
South Korea should have been above Netherlands.
What?
No.
Charlie, yes. Charlie.
The 1 fan that turned up.
No, guys.
I'm still waiting for my country. Come on,
Anyway,
throw it
let's
at me.
move.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go, Charlie.
Oh.
Wow.
U.S. fans have brought it. I'm going 7. 7. The U.S. fans have really impressed me this World Cup. Just hyped. The watch party in Kansas City, by the way, Kansas City, top class.
Yeah.
I'm going 7.
If we had to rank just for Charlie Stanky Lang, we put it at number 1.
For sure.
Just for Jimmy's outfit.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy's
Conrad
outfit.
has crushed it with the accessories.
Wait. Oh, did it already play?
Oh, look at Benny going,
Hey, no one knew it was coming up. All right, JD, you
Jello
see the next
shots?
one? DR Congo. Where are we
I already know my Congolese crew. I know they.
So this,
hey, I know
this
they
kid
came up.
got
This is
the
not.
notification that they had scored before they actually saw it play out. So they were waiting for it.
Watch it. What's my Congolese swag? What's the Congolese
this is
swag?
so cool.
Watch it. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this is sick.
Energy.
This is sick.
Energy.
This is incredible.
But that's
It's cool that he got the
one little
notification.
snapshot.
See, I'm also going to tell you now, if we don't have the... Look, I need to see some vibe. Look at this. This is what I'm talking... Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That swag, that little drop with the knee, that's what I'm talking about. They different.
And then, of course,
now we're
with
talking.
the result,
Hey.
look, are they hitting the sea?
Yeah, they're hitting the sea.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they said
disrespect.
Cristiano who? They're hitting the sea.
I mean, this is awesome.
Oh,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Did we already rank this? Where are we putting
Where are you
it?
putting them?
I feel like we could have gone harder because I know Congolese people and I know how dedicated they are. I know with the Congolese swag, especially when the hips are moving, they're A1, but I'll put them at 8.
Okay.
I'll put them at 8. That's me being
All
fair.
right, fair.
Okay.
Fair.
As we have 2 ends of the.
All right, let's
the
move
rankings
on to the
available.
next one. I'm going.
Ooh, 1.
Scotland.
Put them up there.
Number one. Scotland, number one.
Easy one.
Easy.
Apparently, you guys ran out of beer in Boston because of that.
They ran out of beer in Boston, a whole city, because of the Scots.
By the way,
that brews great beer too.
One of the best things, JD, outside of them coming into Boston and making people who couldn't care less about the sport all in, they have given back to charity.
Yeah, they did.
They're going to nonprofits and giving $30,000 back to the nonprofits in the area.
This is happening
Phenomenal.
at like 5 a.m. The bagpipes. It is so cool.
I will say.
Number 1.
I'm talking kilts everywhere.
Scotland deserves to be in every World Cup.
They made
Period.
made me see if I could buy a kilt. That's how dedicated. When I seen the energy and the vibes from them, I looked here and I was like, I did leg day yesterday, just in case.
Get a kilt?
If I can get a kilt,
We need to get him in
I'm
a kilt.
outside.
Doing his leg
I'm
extension.
outside. I did my leg extension, get my calf raises yesterday. I was like,
Okay, I
just
got
in case
it.
a kilt
Get my
comes
kilt ready.
my direction.
Make sure you don't pull any Enjoy
Call me.
and man
I'm about it.
spread in a kill out
about
on
it.
the set. All right, let's move on to the next one. Lisa, you're taking this one. Who do we have next? Japan.
Oh, guys.
Of course. We don't have a video, but Japan always cleans up after matches, after wherever they
pick
are.
up all the trash. I mean, we
So
only
do-
have
so
2
don't
at
the
the
Scots.
bottom.
Oh, the Scots did.
Scots are doing it too. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go 10
Yeah.
with this one.
Considering we've only
This
got
is
one
pretty
clip of it,
hype, but we're
rotating
gonna
it,
go 10. We've seen some other craziness.
All right, give
All
me.
right, Charlie.
Come on, give me.
next one. Argentina. Sorry, not Norway.
God, they bring it. They come with it.
Yeah, we saw that.
God.
Nah.
See, I would have
No,
put them
you
ahead
can't
of
go- you-
Mexico.
Nah.
I would have put them ahead of Mexico.
No,
God,
I wouldn't have.
We messed up, guys.
I
We messed
told
up
you.
big time.
I said this to you.
Brazil
They
should've
needed
been-
to be somewhere around here, Argentina. And now we're in trouble.
No.
Because they're not.
Well, they
they're
can't
better
take
than.
2.
They're better than.
No, they
they're
can't
better than
take
10
2.
to
They can't
6.
take 2.
We know what's
But they're
coming.
not 2.
I know what's 2.
They're
So
not
I'm gonna
2.
go with 11.
That's
Okay,
bad.
unfortunately.
I apologize to my Argentinos.
I told you. You know what? Whoever got obsessed with this one South Korean fan, who was a remix of a Mexican
believe
fan.
it.
I think that South Korea should be higher.
100%.
Go ahead.
No.
Give me 2.
All right,
Give it to me.
JD, you're next. Who do we have next?
Oh,
dun,
gosh.
dun, dun.
So good.
Oh, this one's too good.
It's so good.
If you don't put this at number 2,
Yeah, it was fire.
This has to be number 2.
this is
The Norwegians also coming to Boston on escalators doing
It's
this.
so
Yeah,
good.
that's fire. That's fire. That's
Come on.
fire. That's fire. That's
They
fire.
are getting everyone to sit down
That's
and
fire.
do
That's
this.
fire.
It's
That's
not
fire.
just dancing
That's
and
vibes.
jumping.
This right here is the World Cup. You know what?
Organized. I mean, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's number 2. That's number 2.
Oh,
I'll give you
man.
your flowers.
All right,
Norwegians.
we got the last one. I think it's on
Top-notch.
me, but it will fall,
That's
unfortunately,
TD
to number
Garden, by the way.
12.
Yeah.
Bosnia.
Oh, they came out loud and proud in Canada. I saw what they did.
Look at
They
that.
came out.
I think they landed in
They
St.
looked like they were ready for war. They looked like they were. Could you imagine being a
The
Bosnian player?
numbers for the Bosnian fans is
I am from Bosnia.
very impressive.
Take me to America. I love it. Unfortunately, it has to go number 12.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
See, we left out the Moroccans. The Moroccans have been incredible, and we also left out the Iraqis. I was so surprised at how many Iraqis came.
These were big snubs.
To Boston
we
Stadium.
missed.
There were some big ones.
Yeah.
Where's the English? Where's the English at?
They've been underwhelming.
Yeah, they have been. Disappointing, right?
Yeah.
Being quiet.
Probably all drunk, that's
The
why.
Scots came. They said, everybody, Scotland, vibes.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
England
It's the
over here
difference.
sleeping.
It's the
like,
difference
come
between
on,
nations
man.
that are spoilt because they're here every 4 years and a Scotland team that has been waiting a generation for
Yeah.
it. So it's a granddad probably taking a son, that's probably taking a youngest. I'm telling you, man.
That's
I can
exactly
feel
what it is. It's so
Absolutely.
cool.
That's why I'm about the Tartan Army. I'm
I
getting
think
my
we got
kilt.
the top 3 correct, though.
Yeah,
We did.
We killed it with the top 3. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. More Morning Footy, 48 Nations coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. They're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Well, our guy Nico Cantor is on the road for the World Cup for Golazo coast to coast. 41 consecutive days for him on the road, and yesterday was day 7 for him as he travels to all 11 host cities in the U.S. So let's take a listen to the video that he had to send us from his time out there yesterday on the West Coast.
Wow, what a day in Seattle. It is a week on the road on the RV. Los Angeles, San Francisco, and now Seattle waiting for the U.S. game. But today began with the English watch party at a local pub. And then we went to the Space Needle. You see the Space Needle in pictures and so many of these things. And you finally get to see a little bit more of the culture of Seattle that I'm starting to discover. This is a great American city with a great culture for football, for food, with history. It's the working class meeting the big tech companies that have now established themselves here. Then we finish it off with a packed house of Colombians. Tomorrow is match day -1 for the US, but many, many more World Cup games. We're gonna be doing some fun, especially with a local native tribe. So let's see how it goes. That's it for me for today. Bye, guys.
Well, unfortunately, what we didn't show was Nico sipping on a beer. It took him, 12 different little sips to finish half of a beer?
I think it was supposed to be a chug.
It was supposed to be a chug. Come on, Nico.
Fail ever.
He already looks disgusted in the first
the type
sip.
of person that knows how to chug a beer?
No.
So what
No, but
would you
he looks
expect?
like someone who can try harder than this.
No, this looks like about right. This looks like about right.
It's like a baby sipping medicine.
Did he know he was supposed to chug it? I'm just so confused why he's doing this.
I think the word that I heard that he said it was too cold.
Oh.
No, that's the best.
Oh, too cold.
Stop it.
Nico.
I'm serious.
You got a little burp there?
Yeah.
I reckon
He had to be burped.
I
They'll
mean,
probably take him double figures.
Look, they have to speed up the video because it's taking
Look
so
at
long.
the kid behind him is like, is this guy for real?
9.
It's pretty
10.
bad. That's pretty bad. That was really
He didn't
bad.
enjoy the beer at all, did he? No. All right. Well, there is someone else who we were trying to get to chug a beer here on the network, our sports betting analyst, John Buckets Eimer. Is he here? Where is he? I'm looking at the wall.
John.
I heard your.
This is what happened yesterday. This is when they tried to get John to chug a beer. He didn't even get a chance
You
to
actually
sip it.
lost the beer?
He lost it, slipped out.
You gotta be kidding me.
Bro.
This is terrible.
Oh my.
What is up with our
I don't know what's worse, Nico taking 10 sips
Buckets,
to finish it, or
Buckets.
just
No,
snuggling
Buckets
able
is
to.
definitely
This one
worse.
for sure, because he even did like a little smirk, like almost like a wink, like.
I got in the commentary before, he was like, I can't wait to show it off and prove Nico wrong. Ooh.
Buckets, I think we need to get you a new chugging glass, because what even were you drinking your beer in yesterday? It looked like a little tumbler.
Little coffee cup.
So our wonderful producer Jelani assured me we wouldn't be showing that clip, so I was mentally prepared to not have to
You
face
trusted
my
that
mistakes.
Jelani would not show that shit.
Show us by now.
Yes,
He done lost his
I'm
mind.
just saying, guys, I'm just saying the rematch between Nico and Buckets is going to be historic. Which one of us can redeem ourselves
Well, we'll
from
see
that
if you actually get a sip in,
unfortunate
Buckets.
event?
Damn, Lisa. Let's throw Lisa into the mix. This girl from Philly. She's taking that in one chug.
Well, I'm sorry, John. That's really bad.
No,
That's like
it's
a
really
butt
bad.
fumble. You know, it's like
Listen.
the good old Mark Sanchez butt fumble. You remember?
I'm not. I heard something else.
You know it was bad because my dad, who's maybe watched 2 of my shows in the past year, just texted me yesterday saying one word: embarrassing. First time I've heard from him in months. So we'll have our redemption. We'll get back, but we're here for bets, right? Not for beer chugging. Hopefully, I'm praying at least. Maybe.
Oh, no. All right, Buckets. Well, you might not be good at chugging or even at least being able to hold a glass of beer in it, but you can give us some bets. You're good at that. So what do you have for us?
We're good at that. I've got 3 bets. I'm going to take a sip of my water very carefully.
There you
real quick
go.
here.
2 hands on it.
There you go.
That looks
And it's got a
Okay, there we
handle.
go.
And a handle.
That looks more awkward.
All right, let's move on. 3 bets, that's what we care about here, guys. I got a bet for 3 of the matches taking place this afternoon, and we're starting with Czechia versus South Africa. I am expecting a big response from Czechia after losing that match to South Korea, which is why I'm going with Czechia over 1.5 team total. I need Czechia to score 2 or more goals in this game, and we're getting that at plus money. We got to remember that South Africa will be missing Yao Sotol and Themba Zwane. They also just didn't give me a lot of confidence, even when they had 11 men against Mexico. I think Czechia score more than 2 goals here, but the fact that we're getting 2 at plus money, I will always take. Bet number 2 is Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's so easy to say Switzerland had 1 bad game. Let's judge them based on that 1 bad game and then lose a lot of value betting on them in the future. But what I will say is Qatar did show some big defensive vulnerabilities, and they showed that Switzerland can be a bit slow to return on the counter. And Bosnia, a team that has not lost in their last 8 matches now, are going to give them a hard time. I don't know who's going to win this one. I think probably Switzerland, but both teams to score being, again, plus money, plus 100. That's where I'm putting my personal money here on match number 2. And bet number 3, Mexico versus South Korea. I'm going to make some enemies on this one, maybe not to Mike Grella's level, but I'm just going to say that I don't rate this Mexico team highly. I don't think they're the best team in the group, and I don't think they're going to win this match against South Korea. And right now, you can get South Korea to win or draw at -125, which is fantastic because I've got South Korea winning this match outright. So I love giving myself that safety net if we do get a KG 1-1 draw, but I believe South Korea are the more put-together team, and they are the better team in this matchup. And that's 3 bets that hopefully go better than my attempt to chug a beer here, guys.
All right, Buckets. I mean, you could have given us nothing, and it would have been better than that attempt right there. But hey, we always appreciate it, Buckets. Thank you.
You're a good sport, Buckets.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
All right,
you.
We're going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy, 48 Nations coming up on the other side of this quick break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. With the entire nation hunting you down. The grand prize, $1 billion! Win this game. Change your family's life forever. Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back in. We've got 4 matches as the group stage hits the second round of the matches. We have Group A and Group B in action, so let's do some quick predictions. Charlie, Mexico versus South Korea. Game prediction here. What do you think?
Draw.
Draw? But what? 1-1, 2-2? 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
And Desmond 2-2. Ooh.
Yeah, that's exactly what I predicted today on HQ.
That was my middle name, Desmond, after Desmond Tutu.
Is it actually?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun fact. See, you mess around with us too much. I never know if you're being serious. I know.
No, this is dead serious.
Is this actually?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to check his driver's license.
Canada, Qatar. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go Canada 2-1 win.
I like it.
Yeah,
Their
they
first,
need a win.
Their first ever win.
Their first
in
ever
World
win.
Cup.
They really need this one.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Switzerland, Bosnia.
Surprise package. I'm going for Bosnia.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a 2-0. I actually think it's going to be quite convincing. I like the Bosnian centre midfield. I think Basic and Tahirovic, I think actually had a nice little relationship for spells in that last game. So I'm looking to see what they can build. And I also think there's going to be an element of desperation because I think they would have felt that they should have beat Canada.
Yeah.
And now you can see an urgency today.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going South Africa versus Czechia in this one, which actually just kicked off. We're 1 minute in. I am going...
Live bet. Ooh, okay. Live predictions.
What did you prepare? I think it's going to be 1-1. Another draw. I know. I think, 1-1. I think we get another draw. I want to know how many draws we've gotten already in group stages. A lot.
I'm surprised at how many draws we've had.
But they've been entertaining. They've been super entertaining.
Games. All the games have been really good.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, everyone, enjoy all the matches. More coming up here on the Golazo Network. 48 Nations coverage will follow after this quick break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries.